This is the 2024 iPad mini, and I believe that this is the perfect iPad. However, my wife disagrees with me, and since my wife is always right, they challenged me to switch iPads to prove to me that their iPad Air is superior. For this challenge, we will have 3 rules. First, we are not allowed to switch back to our preferred devices. Second, we must use the opposite iPad for everything that we would normally use our devices for. And third, we are not allowed to tell each other the experience that we have until the challenge is over. But before we start, let's go over what we both like and use our iPads for. Starting with the iPad mini, I absolutely love the size and portability that it provides me. The iPad mini perfectly fits in my computer bag, and when I'm using my Mac, I can use the iPad mini as a reference monitor for anything I may be working on. The OS is simple to use and doesn't have a lot of the more complex features of other iPads. The iPad mini is a simple tablet that allows me to get work done and relax when I want to.
For me, the iPad Air is the perfect device to support my education and research. The size and OS makes the experience for me very similar to working on a piece of paper without the hassle, mess, and disorganization that brings. I can keep all of my scientific papers annotated in a folder, take detailed visual notes for class, and seamlessly complete homework assignments, as well as doing creative endeavors. To me, the size and features of this device are critical to my personal use case, so I'm a bit nervous to try the mini.
As many of you know, I rarely use cases for my devices, although I've never broken any of my tech because of this. My wife is skilled at finding ways to break devices despite the strongest protection. Because of this, before I hand over my beloved iPad to my wife, we will be putting a screen protector to give the device a fighting chance. And that is why my friends over at Smart Devil sent me their signature screen protector. So let's get this installed. Open up the Easy Install book and you will find 3 screen protectors, wet wipes, and dust removers. You will place the iPad inside the Easy Install box and press, hold, and pull the tab at the bottom of the box to adhere the screen protector to the iPad. And you don't have to be a techie like me to do it, even my wife can figure it out. I've used these screen protectors in the past to protect my devices from scratches, drops, dings, and more, and unlike other screen protectors I've used, they don't impede the color or look of my content. They are also super responsive and don't cause your iPad to lag when using the Apple Pencil. And finally, and most importantly, they are scratch and fingerprint resistant. If you would like to pick up these screen protectors for yourself, use code CLAIRE30 at checkout for 30% off. Link is in the description down below. It's been a week since we traded iPads. Not as painful as you thought, right?
No, but how about you tell me what you thought about the Air?
You know, actually, I do have a confession to make. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, and one thing that surprised me about the iPad Air is how much I really enjoyed watching content on the bigger screen. The keyboard folio case is actually really useful for when I want to write a script, and I have the ability to snap it onto the case and start working. When brainstorming and writing notes for videos, I enjoyed having more space and screen to work with. Overall, I really enjoyed my experience with the iPad Air, and I did think it went well. How about the Mini?
I was also pleasantly surprised by my experience with the iPad mini. The size and portability of the mini was pretty convenient because it didn't take up as much space in my backpack or on my desk while I was working. I mainly used it as a second screen for my Mac. I was able to play and control my music, videos, and keep notes off to the side while I was working. Surprisingly, I also didn't break it.
So what have I learned from this experience? Both the iPad Air and the iPad mini have their pros and the cons. The iPad mini is perfect for someone who wants a more portable device for taking quick notes, whose main use case is productivity. For the iPad Air, however, it would be better for students and professionals that are looking to use it more for note-taking, homework, and drawing. Ultimately, the decision is up to you, but you already know I can't wait to get my iPad mini back into my hands.